As the signs pave my way, no, they say, go, they say. My mask on, her mask too, on my lips, on hers too.
Thought this title was so clever. It is a truly artistic combination of dance, a deep script, and beautiful scenes. I thought it was a testament of the impact of the pandemic on the individual and also the collective presence of humans in modern society. It is very nicely, elegantly explored, and also, I mean, the title was just on point. I really enjoyed watching this. It is a great
Took us
job.
back to a time that I'm sure none of us ever want to revisit, which was that first wave of COVID lockdowns when everything was so new and so uncertain. I mean, I know that here in Ontario we're going through what feels like the 40th iteration of COVID lockdown, but you don't have those same haunting images of walking out onto the street and it being completely abandoned that you did the first time around. That's why the line, "I don't hear a bullet," was so provocative for me. Because, yes, while waking up and not hearing crime on the street is meant to provide this security blanket, at the same time, whenever you do go out, you have to wear a mask and you don't know who's friendly and who's a stranger. So that's why I found the title was a clever spin on that concept. Thankfully, they showed that dance collective at the end. That was a very positive part of the film. It was a way to say, they still have their art form and they can still use it to come together and express themselves, even when the world is shut down.
Wow, I loved this. The choreography was amazing, just amazing, and just the feeling of isolation that this film evokes, and the idea of being behind a window and behind walls as COVID's happening outside, and yet you have to wear masks. And I love the title. I love the end of lipstick because it's so true. Like, we are all wearing masks. No one's wearing lipstick anymore. It is the end of lipstick. The poetry is beautiful. The way it's delivered is gorgeous. It's just a really moving piece, and it really evokes the feelings of the pandemic and the shock of having to wear the masks, and the way that we feel confined by them and hidden behind them. It's a really beautiful piece. Congratulations. I'm glad you made it. I love the title, and I love how it's bringing awareness to how we're all feeling during this time. It's wonderful. Congratulations.
I think that the main actress was excellent. I think her performance was great and captivating, and I could watch her for a feature. Like, also the concept was cool and executed really well, and the choreography was also really cool. And those are my favorite parts of the end of Lipstick. So, good job.
It's a really clever way of looking at the pandemic and putting on masks. It really brought me back to when we first started quarantining, after the first big shutdown, and the streets were quiet. You couldn't hear anything, and you're remembering the time when you could hear children on the streets, you could hear crime on the streets, you could hear anything on the streets, and now it's met with this silence and this sort of anonymity. I can't believe I butchered that word so bad during this. But you understand what I'm saying of, being out and alone and being covered up to a point where it's difficult to identify who's a friend and who's a stranger, and, having it be the end of lipstick, the end of, having a clear voice and, just, not being able to show your face anymore. and having it be the end of lipstick. And then also having the mask have the lips on it at the end. It was a cute little thing to put the cherry on top of this really interesting piece. And I'm really glad you shared it.
It's funny, the other day I actually I had something to go to, and I went to put on lipstick, and I stopped myself because I was like, I'm just gonna have my mask on the whole time anyway, so there's no point. And it was the first time that I had really kind of realized that, like, a habit from the pre-pandemic of, like, pairing a lipstick with, like, getting fully, dressed or getting fully ready, or, like, for me personally, because I don't wear a whole lot of makeup in my day-to-day life, when I was, like, getting dressed up and, like, having that, kind of final part to it didn't really exist anymore. And I think that when the pandemic started, all of us were, there was a lot of different timelines that were being put out, and I don't think that any of us really expected it to last as long as it has, and to have the kind of lasting effect that it has. So I really liked how they did this whole thing. I loved the concept behind it. I loved how they kind of paired everything together. I loved the gold lips at the end on the outside of the mask. I thought all of it was just really, really well done.